So let's start today's class. Yesterday we started with finding the fractional part of the function and finding the integral part of the function of the number, or finding the fractional part of the number. Yes. Namaste bachche, namaste. Okay. So we'll continue with that. And good morning, and we'll continue with that. And today what we'll do, we'll make it a little more interesting. We'll try to find out the graph of the same things which we did yesterday. So today's class will be interesting in the terms that we'll see some very interesting graphs and different kind of graphs which you have not seen before. Some of you might have seen, but most of you are doing it for the first time. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with today's graph session. Okay, I'll call it a graph session because we'll draw graphs, all kind of graphs today. Nice. Yes, super. Okay, so basically we have seen and something. If a number can be presented as its fractional part and its integral part. I gave homework. Tell me. I don't remember. Can you share the screen? Anybody, if I do not remember the homework, just share the screen, please. Okay, let me see. Acha, this was for okay. Yeah, one of you is sharing. Okay, but this you can solve, na? Alright. Okay, show me. Wait, I'll solve. So this is just keep it still. 2 minus x plus x plus 3. Alright, okay, fine. And the next one is, this was first. Second was mod of x minus 2 plus mod of 2 minus x. Yes, right? Correct. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, I will solve. So for the first one, let's solve for the first one. So if it is equals to fx. Okay. This is 2 minus x and x plus 3. 3 plus x plus 3, same thing, na bacha? So this is the first question is mod of 2 minus x plus mod of x plus 3. Okay, so we have to draw. So what we will do, we'll take 2. Okay, let me see first. I do not know the answer. Let me check it first. So for this one, 2 minus x we can write minus x plus 2. Bilkul sahi. 2 minus x we can also write minus x plus 2. We can also take minus common. Okay. Yeah. So this one critical point, or the point at which this is equal to 0 is x is equals to 2. And for this one, it is x is equals to minus 3. So I will draw these 2 points. X is equals to minus 3 and x is equals to 2. Minus 3 and 2. Okay, fine. So we have got 3 divisions. Before minus 3, let's take minus 10. Minus 10, this will be positive. This will be positive. Yes. Suppose before 3, anything I will substitute. This will be positive. So what will I have? This modulus will open with a positive sign. So just check it. So if this will open with a positive sign, this will be 2 minus x as it is, plus this one. Before minus 3, suppose if I take minus 10. Because before minus 3, minus 10 is okay. So this will become minus 7, negative. So mod will open with a negative sign. So this will become minus of x plus 3. So overall the function here becomes what, bacho? This becomes minus 2x minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. Very good. Many of you have got it correct. Minus 2x minus 1. Very good. Excellent. Ishwar, Girish, very good. All those who are telling, very good. Yes. Between minus 3 and 2. Okay. I've seen. Shakti, I've seen that is correct, and Ashwin, it is correct. Yeah. Okay. Next is minus 3 and 2. Between minus 3 and 2, I can take 0. 2 minus 0, positive. So this will open with a positive sign. So this will be 2 minus x. Okay. So this is 2 minus x, positive sign, plus 0. Again, this is also positive. So this will also with a, this will open with a positive sign. Very good. So this is also x plus 3. So this x and x cancel. So this is 5. So between minus 3 and 2, it is constant. Very good. Very good. Okay. After this, after 2, bachcho, what is happening? Suppose I am taking a greater than value 2. So let's take it 5. Let's take value 5. 2 minus 5 negative. So what will this become? This will become negative. So that means the mod will open with a negative sign. So this will open with a negative sign. So that means minus of 2 minus x plus 5. 5 plus 3, 8, positive. So mod will open with a positive sign. So this is x plus 3. So this becomes 2x plus 1. Very good. This becomes 2x plus 1. Now before 3 minus 3, I have to draw minus 2x minus 1. Between this, I have to draw a constant function. After this, I have to draw 2x plus 1. So I think again the function will become something like this, cup shape. I will call this a cup shape, okay, or a cone or a tub shape, okay, or bucket shape. Understood? Fine. Yes, very good. Now let's look at the next question. Let's look at this question. Wow, what's the difference about this question? Let's see. Question number 2. So this is mod of x minus 2 plus mod of 2 minus x. Okay. Let's see. So mod of frustum shape. Sanjay, oh my God. Frustum, bache. Frustum. X minus 2 plus x minus 2 plus mod of 2 minus x. And this is f of x. I think, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think Shakti, yours is correct. It is correct. Yeah, correct. Shakti is correct. Gagandeep is correct. Deepti, yours is also correct. Okay. So let's see. Yes, I think most of you have, it is V shape. V shape you will get. V shape. V shape, sir. Yes, very good. So for this one, I will find it is 0. For this one, I will find this is 0. So this is 0 at x is equals to 2, and this is also 0 at x is equals to 2. Sir, what mystery is this? So those both points are exactly same. So we'll get only 2 divisions. Let's look at the first division. First division, what we are getting? First division, let's take 0. Before 2, 0. So 0 minus 2, negative. Anything before 2 will be negative. So this will open with a negative sign. So this is minus of x minus 2. Before 2, let's 0. 2 minus 0, this is positive. So that means this will be positive and this will open with a positive sign. So this will become 2x, sorry, minus of 2x plus 4. Yes. So before this, it will become minus 2x plus 4. So 2, so it will be coming, the graph will be coming like this, because at 2 it will be 0, right? After this, after 2, I think after 2, it will be exactly opposite in sign. So let's check it. So after 2, let's take 4. 4 minus 2 positive. So it will be, this will open with a positive sign. So this is x minus 2. Very good, bacho. Plus 4. 2 minus 4 negative. So it will open with a negative sign. Very good, bacho. So this is minus of 2 minus x. So this is x minus 2 plus x minus 2. So this is 2x minus 4. So I told you this will be something so V shape. Yes, most of you have got it correct. This point is x is equals to 2. This point is x is equals to 2. Very good. Very good. Very good. This part is okay for everyone. Both the questions, very simple. Yes. Let's move on to the thing which I said that we will do today. We will start with the modulus, greatest integer function and fractional part of function. Just a quick revision, just a very quick revision. That I'll give you some numbers. Tell me the integral part. Tell me the integral part of these numbers. So integral part of 1.5. What is the integral part of 1.5? 1. Integral part of 10.11. What is the integral part of 10.11? 10. Very good. Integral part of minus 15.1. What is the integral part of minus 15.1? minus 15 nahi nahi no 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 Nandita, not minus 15. What we will get? Minus of 16. Minus of 16. Yes, if you remember, Nandita. Yes, very good. Let's take one more example. Minus of 20.15. What is the integral part? What is the integral part? Minus of 21. Minus of 21. है ना, minus of 21. Very good, very good, very good, very good. By minus 2, minus 1, minus 3, these are integers, na? By these are integers. Yes. So for minus value, what I can say, so suppose this is minus 20.15. So I will say that this is nothing but some integer plus fraction. Right, some integer plus fraction. Okay, so what is happening? I have already given you the range in which this fraction value lies. This fractional value lies between 0 to 1, where this fraction value is greater than or equal to 0 and less than equals to less than 1. Okay, so this is the fractional value. Now I have to check what is the integral value of this, and I have to check what is the integral value of this. Okay, yes, between 0 to 1. So you can also write it 0 to 1. So let's draw a number line. For this one, I'm showing you once again. Let's draw a number line. And bache first, Hariharan bache, that is what I'm saying. Na? Just look at it. I'm telling it from the beginning only. You know how we will get minus 21 as the integer. So minus 20. This is minus 19, minus 20, and minus 21, and minus 22. Enough? Okay. Now see, minus 20.15 will lie where? It will lie somewhere here. So this is the number minus 20.15. Okay, minus 20.15. Now, I have already defined, I have already decided, I have already fixed, already this part is fixed, that fractional part will be positive and fractional part will be between 0 to 1. There is no change in this. Nothing will change. This part is already fixed. The fractional part will always be between 0 to 1. Yeah. Okay. Now, the thing is that this minus 20.15 is here. So either the greatest integer, the integral value of this number will be either minus 20 or it will be minus 21. Right? But sir, it can be either minus 20 or minus 21. It won't be minus 19 because this number is between these two integers. Right? This number is between these two integers, minus 21 and minus 20. Right? So either the integer is minus, this great integer value of this one is minus 21 or minus 20. Right? So let's see. Let's see. So we have minus 20.15. Let's take first case, case 1, and let's take case 2. Case 1 we are taking integer as minus 20 and case 2 we are taking integers as minus 21. Okay. So that means this number is equals to minus 20 some plus some fractional part. Fractional part. This number is minus 20 plus some fractional part. So the fractional part here becomes 20 I will take there. So this will become 20 minus 20.15. So this will become minus 0.15. So from this integer, fractional part becomes minus 0.15. Now if I think about it, is this number minus 0.15 between this range? Is this number, does that number lies in this? No. So that means this case is not correct. That means this minus 20 is not that integer. Let's take case 2. Let's take case 2. Let's say that minus 20.15 is equals to minus 21 plus some fractional part. I will take this minus 20 on the other, minus 21 on the other side. So this will become 21 minus 20.15. So this will become 0.85. Yeah, 0.85. Yes. So now 0.85 is the fractional part. Now is this 0.85 between this range? Yes. So that means the second case in which I have taken minus 21 as the integer is correct. है ना? So when I took the first case, when the fractional part was coming out to be minus 0.15 outside that range from 0 to 1, that means that was wrong, and in this case we are getting 0.85. It is correct. है ना बच्चे? This is function. Ashwin, this is function. है ना? Chapter 2 of your NCERT. Okay. So that means minus 20.15 I can write as minus 21 plus Kaushik Babu, what you are asking, sir? Why 0.15 is less than 0? Minus 0.15 is less than 0. है ना? Kaushik Babu, बच्चा Kaushik, है ना? हाँ, very good. Plus 0.85. Understood? So basically what I will say, that the integral part of this is minus 21. This is the integral part, and this is the fractional part. है ना? The only case which is different in negative. Suppose if I take positive, so positive also, sir, it is very simple. Suppose if I have 16.8, so 16.8 I can write as 16 plus 0.8. So this 16 becomes the integer part, and this 0.8 becomes the fractional part. Very good. Understood? By this part everybody understood? Samhita, did you understood now? You would like to solve a lot of problems. Yes, bache, we all would like to solve lots and lots of problems. है ना? But the time is the constraint. है ना बच्चा? Time is the constraint, right? So let's give you one or two problem once again. So basically the single funda is, I'll give you the trick. It's not a trick. I just wanted to show you how we are getting this. है ना? The trick is, if you have positive number like this will be the integral part. Whatever is outside after it will be the fractional part. Whatever is before decimal, integer, whatever is after that will be fractional. Understood? Before decimal, integral part; after decimal, fractional part. Okay. But Viknesh बच्चा, हाँ, okay, खूब मजे आ रहे हैं, है ना बच्चे? I just told you ना, this is second chapter. I just now told you. Okay, so this is integral part and fractional part. In case of negative numbers, what I will do? Suppose you are having minus 16.8, है ना? In case of negative number, just reduce one. So what will be the integral part of this? The integral part will be minus 17 and the fractional part will be 0.2. है ना? Integral part will be less than this and the fractional part will be like this. Understood, everyone? Just wait for a second. Just wait for a second, Machu. Just wait for a second. Fine. Okay. Understood? So basically this becomes the integral part and this becomes the fractional part. Everybody understood? fine. Okay. Suppose one more example, last example I'm taking, minus 109.9. What will be the integral part of this? Minus of 110 plus what will be the fraction part of this? 0.1. Because if I add these two, I will get minus 109.9. Understood? This part is okay for everyone, right? So this is the integral part, this is the fraction part. Enough? Right? Suppose you have, someone is asking, I'll take one extreme cases also. Suppose you have 0.1. So what is the integral part for this? What is the integral part of this? This will be 0 plus what will be the fractional part of this? Fractional part will be 0.1. Suppose you have 20.0. So what is the integral part of this? 20. What is the fractional part of this? 0. Understood? Yes? Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. 0 can be fraction part. Fraction part can be 0. Okay. Now what I will do, I will try to find out the I will ask you some questions and just think about it what I'm trying to ask. So suppose I have a number line like this. So this is 0 and this is 1 and from 1 here it is 2. Okay. So I am starting with 0. I am starting with a number 0 and you just tell me what is the integral part. Just tell me what is the integral part. So for this 0, what is the integral part? If I move on the right, if I start moving on the right, so 0.1 integral part, again 0. I will again move on the right, 0.2, what is the integral part? 0. I will again move on to the right, 0.8, what is the integral part? Again 0. I will move on to 0.999999 and so on. Still what is the integral part? Again 0. So that means, that means till 1. Now think, now just after this, if I'll take 1, what will be the integral part? 1. If I take 1.1, what is the integral part? Again 1. If I take 1.9, what is the integral part? Again 1. 1.9999, again what is the integral part? 1. That means, sir, that if I am talking about the integer, if I'm talking about the integral part, it will give 0. It will give 0 as integral part when x belongs to 0 to 1. This will give integral part as 1 0. When x belongs to 1 to 2, it will give integral part as 1. Now when x belongs to 2 to 3, what will be the integral part it will give? It will give integral part as 2 and so on. Understood? This part everybody understood? This sheet everybody understood? Just check it once again what I'm saying. Okay, very good. Now this is for positive. This one for positive. I will take one example for negative also. Suppose I have 0, here it is minus 1, it is minus 2. Okay. Now, if I write minus 2, what will be the integral part? So integral part I will simply represent with this symbol. This means I want you to write the integral part. So what is the wherever they have taken this as an greatest integer function, wherever they have taken this as a greatest integer function, they will mention, they will always mention in the paper that this represents the greatest integer function. Why? Because this is also a bracket, and normally we will use this as a bracket, but if they are using this as a greatest integer function, they will mention it in the paper. If it is not mentioned, suppose if I am writing this as this thing minus 2.1 into 5, if I am not mentioning this, that this is greatest integer function, that means this will be treated as normal bracket. So your answer will be minus of 10.5. Everybody understood? it will be mentioned that this is greatest integer function, then only you will consider it as a greatest integer function. Otherwise it will be represented as normal bracket. Understood everyone? Are yes or no? Yes, very good, very good. Okay, fine. Now see, let's move a little left. Oh, sorry, let's move a little right on this side. So right on this side means if I have minus of 1.999, minus of 1.9, if I move on to the right, so what will be the integral part? Minus 2. If I take minus of 1.8, that means I moved a little left, a little right. What will be the integral part? Minus 2. Till which number I will get minus 2? Till which number I will get minus 2? Till which number I will get minus 2? So if I'll write minus 1.0, what will I get? For this one, integral part, what will I get? Minus 1. So that means, sir, just before minus 1. That means just before minus 1. And what is just before minus 1? Just before minus 1, it is minus 1.0000000000000 infinite times 0 and 1. So as soon as it becomes minus 1.00001, the integral part will be given as minus 2. The integral part will be given as minus 2. This everybody understood or not? Are bhai samajh mein aaya? Everybody understood? Okay. So what? Okay. Nice. Okay. So that means from which value to which value? From which value to which value you will get? From which value to which value you will get minus 2? From which value to which value you will get minus 2? So minus 2 will start from minus 2 to 1. Sorry, to minus 1. Minus 2 to minus 1. As soon as I write minus 1, minus 2 to minus 1. As soon as I write minus 1, it will give me output minus 1. But I will keep minus 1 in open bracket so that it will not include minus 1. It will include all the values before minus 1. Fine. So that means for x belongs to close bracket minus 2 to minus 1 open bracket. The greatest integer x will give you what? The greatest integer x will give you value minus 2. Everybody understood? Now, okay, very good. Agar khub samajh mein aata hai, very good, nice. So between minus 1 to 0, what will we get the greatest integer? What will we get the integral value between minus 1 to 0? What will we get? Between minus 1 and 0, what will we get as greatest integer? Everyone, minus 1. So that means from minus 1 to 0, greatest integer function we will get as minus 1. Understood? Fine. So this is our discovery. We just discovered that, okay, between some range it will give you same constant negative value. Between some range, between some domain, some value of x, it will give minus 1. Similar to this, between 0 to 1 it is giving 0, between 1 to 2 it is giving 1, and so on, right? So I will use this discovery, I will use what we found just now, and I will try to write. So I will divide whole domain into 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, before this minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. So I will simply write between 0 to 1, what is the greatest integer? Between 0 to 1, what is the greatest integer? Between 0 to 1, greatest integer, 0. Very good. Between 1 and 2, greatest integer, 1. Between 2 and 3, greatest integer, 2. Between 3 and 4, greatest integer, 3. And 4, 5, 6, and so on. Increasing by how much? Every number is increasing. Every greatest integer is increasing by how much? 1. Obviously, it should have been. But it should have been. This is very logical. Okay, sir, till here it should be 0 because greatest next one integer is increased. Next one integer is increased. It makes sense. Before this, what should be the greatest integer? Before this greatest integer minus 3, minus 4, and so on. Everybody understood? This part everyone understood? Yes, very good. Now same thing I will try to draw on number line, means x and y axis. Same thing I will try to draw on x and y axis. Just look at it very carefully. Okay, so this is y axis, this is x axis. Okay, I am drawing the function for y is equals to greatest integer x, greatest integer x. Okay, this is 1, this is 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, between 0 to 1 not included, the value of the greatest integer function will be 0. Understood? So now this is y is equals to 1. Between 1 to 2 not included, the greatest integer function will be 1. Okay, so this line is what? This line is y is equals to 0, this line is y is equals to 1. Next, here what will you get? This line will be, this line is y is equals to 1, this line is y is equals to 2, next will be y is equals to 3. Before this line is y is equals to minus 1. Before this line is y is equals to minus 2, and before that it will be minus. Okay, so the graph will look something like this. हाँ बच्चे, infinity will also have integer part, but infinity we do not know the exact value. If you will tell me the exact value, then I can tell you the integral part. है ना? Suppose 9999999 something. So integral part, this will be a number, right? है ना? Okay. So I'll draw this function, this part once again. है ना? Try to understand it. I'll draw it once again and explain it once again. Don't worry. Yes, the graph is the greatest integer function, known as greatest integer function. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. है ना? So from here till here, 1 is not included, then 1 is included in, right? Then 2 is included, then 3 is included, then this one, yeah, this one, so this is the function, this is the graph for greatest integer function, also known as GIF, represented by this. है ना? Because why it is upward? Because बच्चे every next number, every next interval, हाँ discontinuous बच्चे, discontinuous है ना? Every next number has one integer increased, so that is why it is jumping by 1. It is jumping by 1, है ना? It is jumping by 1. So you can also call this as a step function. Step function. Why it is called as a step? Because है ना? Why it is called as a step? Because it's a step. It is a step. है ना? I will explain it once again. है ना? I will explain it once again. Okay. है ना? Okay. So let's take. So if this is the function, we should get correct answers. है ना? So this is y. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. But greatest integer function of x, just greatest integer function of x. This kind of a function where you have steps is also called as a step function. And it can be downward also. This kind of, this is steps, na? One after another above. And so steps can come down also, right? Okay, so I'll explain. So take any value between 0 of x between, so this is y is equals to greatest integer x. And this is, हाँ अश्विन रुक जाओ बच्चे, समझा रहे हैं, wait. So this is y is equals to greatest integer x, है ना? Y is equals to greatest integer x. Take any value of x between 0 to 1. Take any value of x between 0 to 1. What is the value of x between any value of x between 0 to 1? So let's take it 0.5. Let's take it, okay, let's take it 0.5. So greatest integer of 0.5. Greatest integer means what we just did, है ना? Same thing, the integral value, है ना? Samhita, greatest integer is nothing but the integral value. It will just give output the integral value. है ना? So for 0.5, what will be the integral value? 0. For 0.8, what will be the integral value? 0. For 0.9, what will be the integral value? 0, and so on, right? As soon as I move to 1, as soon as I move x is equals to 1, where what will be the integral value? 1.0. What will be the integral value? 1. So as soon as I move to 1, it jumped from 1, from here 0, it jumped to 1. So from here to here it jumped. So we'll call it a jump, right? Because just before 0 it was before 1 it was 0. Just as we move to 1, it just jumped. Understood? So that is why there is a discontinuity. This function is this, there is a gap in between. You can say it's a kind of a Super Mario, right? It has jumped. Yes. Okay. Next is from 1 to any number after 1. Any number after 1. Suppose it is 1.1. 1.1. Greatest integer value will be 1. So it will lie on this line. 1.2. Greatest integer value will be again 1. 1.9. Greatest integer value will be again 1. 1.999. Greatest integer value still will be 1. As soon as it reaches 2. As soon as it reaches 2, what will happen? It will again jump from value 1 to 2. So that is why again this is a jump, right? Next, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, always 2. As soon as it reaches 3, for value of 3, the output will be 3. Understood? Understood? Fine. Okay. Everybody understood? Fine. So same thing here. So suppose you have before 0, what are the numbers? Minus 0.5, minus 0.6, minus 0.7, minus 0.8, minus 0.9. For all those values, the greatest integer is minus 1. So that is why for all these values till minus 1, here minus 1 is included. All those values will give you output minus 1. Hai na? As soon as you reach 0, the output will be 0. Hai na? So before this, so exactly same thing will be repeated. Exactly same thing will be repeated, but one down, everywhere. Okay. One more thing. So minus 1, the greatest integer, the integral value of minus 1 or the greatest integer of minus 1 will be what? The greatest integer of minus 1 will be what? Yes, it will be minus 1. It will be minus 1. So minus 1, we are getting greatest integer as minus 1. Understood? Minus 1 itself. Yes, but it is an integer in itself. So integral value of minus 1 will be minus 1. Suppose minus 10, integral value, it is an integer in itself. So minus 1 will be the integral value of itself. Okay, everyone understood? Everyone understood or not? Hai na? Very good. Some yes, some yes I am getting. Okay. Sir, is it? Bache, it's a discontinuous. It's a discontinuous. Many times I've said it's a discontinuous. Discontinuous means there is a gap between the function. Hai na? Very good, very good. If you have understood it awesomely, then it's very good. Bala Murugan, very good. Yes, understood. What is y? What is y output, bache? Y is the output. Any other example? No. Any other example, bache? दे तो ये इतने सारे example. गला भी दुख रहा है मेरा example. है ना? Okay, anyone other example? Suppose you have minus 15.8, greatest integer will be minus 16. Hai na? Understood? Okay, fine. Okay, fine, very good. Okay, now see, let's do a question. Let's do a question based on this. Hai na? Minus abhi bacche pehle let's understand Harita, let's understand this first, then we move on to minus x also. Okay, don't worry, I will teach you that part also. Hai na? Okay, fine. So let's write a question. Okay, tell me, suppose I have written x minus 4 x minus 4 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0, then the values of x lies in the interval, If this is equal to 0, then tell me the values of x will lie in which interval, है ना? X will lie in which interval? Write the brackets also. I want to see the brackets, है ना? Which 4 will be? You are giving answer 4 to 5. So which one is in close bracket? Which one is in open bracket? Yes, very good, correct. So most of you are giving correct answer. So let's see. X minus 4 should be equal to 0, right? X minus 4 should be equal to 0. So I'll explain it first using the number line. X minus 4 equal to 0. I will explain this using the number line. So I will take 3, then 4, then 5, and then 6. I know answer will be somewhere around here. Because we have x minus 4. Intuition says, है ना? X minus 4. Let's take any number between 3 to 4. Let's take any number between 3 to 4 first. 3.5. Let's take a number 3.5. If I substitute 3.5, what will I get? So this is 3.5 minus 4 is equals to minus of 0.5 is equals to minus of 0.5. Will it be, is this equals to 0? Is this equals to 0? No. So that means between 3 to 4 I cannot take any number. है ना? So let's take 4. When I will substitute 4 here, I can directly see that 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. That means first number means if I'm moving in increasing direction, first number will give me 0. This whole thing is 0 when x is equals to 4. So when x is equals to 4, I will get first number, x is equals to 4, I will get this as greatest integer of 4 minus 4 equal to 0. Right? Now, any number after 4, let's take 4.5. 4.5 minus 4, greatest integer will give you 0.5. Greatest integer of 0.5 is 0. So it will give you 0. Same thing will happen with 4.8. Again it will give 0. Same thing will happen with 4.9. Again it will give 0. 0.9, greatest integer will be 0. Right? Now when you will take 5? When you have taken 5, what will happen? As soon as you take 5, this will become 5 minus 4, 1. This will become 1. As soon as you reach 5, this will become 1. And more than 5, this will become 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 as you increase the value of 5. Understood? Fine. So that means, understood? So that means any number after this will give you values not 0. It will give you more or non-zero value, but we have to take only for 0. So that means what should be the values of x which I can take such that this will be 0? From 4 to 5. Any number before 5 and every number 4 and after. And every number before 5. So this will be the domain. This will be the values of x for which we can take such that it will be equal to 0. Yes, very good. Yeah, very good. Everybody understood? Everybody understood? Ashwin, what is your question? Why we cannot? You find it out by yourself. No, Ashwin, are these kind of... Okay, everybody understood? Right? Fine. Yes, very good. Okay, let's take one more question. Based on this. Let's take a question. X minus 3 should be equals to 5. x minus 3 should be equals to 5. Now tell me the values of x. What should be the value of x such that I think there was some net issue. Okay, so everybody understood this part, this thing everybody understood, yes or no? Fine. So let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to this one. So again the same question, what should be the values of x such that this is true, such that this is equals to 5? Tell me the range. Nisarga, tell me the range, from which range, and use the brackets. Use the brackets. Very good, very good. Most of you are getting correct answer. Yes. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Ishwar, just check the brackets which you have used. Just check the brackets, Ishwar. Yes, Gagandeep, very good, correct. Most of you are correct. Let's see. So basically, this is x minus 3 should be equals to 5. X minus greatest integer of x minus 3 should be equals to 5. Understood? So x minus 3 should be equals to 5. So first thing what we can do is we can check the first number. We can check without greatest integer. We can first check without greatest integer. Greatest integer, what will be the value of x? I will explain. Just wait. So without greatest integer, first I will check what is the value of x. For first value of x when this is equals to, so x minus 3 should be equals to 5. So this will give me a rough estimate that the answer should be around 8. So this is x is equals to 8. So this gives me a rough estimate that okay, my answer should be around 8. So what I will do, I will draw a number line. 8, 7, 9, 10, and then 6. I've written some integers around this. I have written some integers around it. Okay. Let's start substituting the values of x. So when x is equals to 6 minus 3 you will get. So for here 6 minus 3 is nothing but 3. So this is not equals to 5. So that means 6 I cannot take. Understood? Let's take 7. 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. That means 7 also I cannot take. Let's take any value out. Let's take 8. 8, if I take 8 minus 3 is equals to 5, I am getting. So that means around this number, around this integer only my answer or my solution lies. Around this value of 8, we will get some values of x for which it will be this will satisfy. Okay, this will satisfy. So what I can take, so let's see. So this is 8. So let's take a number before 8. So let's take a number 7.9. Just a number before it, 7.9. So if I substitute 7.9 here, 7.9 minus 3 will give you 4.9. Greatest integer of 4.9 will give you what? Greatest integer of 4.9 will give you 4. Right? Greatest integer of 4.9 will give you 4. So that means before this I cannot take. So that means this part has been completely taken away. Any number before 8 I cannot take. The first number I am getting is by putting x is equals to 8. Okay. Now let's take any value after 8. Let's take the values after 8. Let's take the value 8.1. 8.1 if I substitute in x, if I substitute x as 8.1, 8.1 minus 3 is what? 5.1. 5.1 greatest integer is 5. So that means 8.1 is okay. Same thing will happen with 8.2. Same thing will happen with 8.3. Same thing will happen with 8.4 and so on. Right? Now, as soon as I reach 9, let's see what will happen. 9 minus 3, greatest integer. As I substitute x is equals to 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. Greatest integer of 6 is 6. So from 9 and afterwards, I will start getting more than 5. From 9 and afterwards, I will start getting values more than 5. I will start getting 6 in this domain, 7, then 8, then 9, then 10. है ना? Understood? Okay. So fine. So what will be the final answer? So that means x should belongs to 8 to 9 such that x should belongs to the number 8 to 9 such that greatest integer of x minus 3 will be equals to 5. Understood? This is okay. Everyone just check. Ashwin, very good. Now you are getting it, I guess. Ashwin, are you able to understand now? Yes, very good, very good, very good. Okay. So like this, like, है ना? Very good. Okay. Fine. Just check this. Just check this. Fine. Okay. So I will show you the slides. I will show you the sheets once again. Okay. And just check them once again. And from Monday, or if we have class tomorrow, I'm not sure. From Monday we will start this. I will do this once again. If we have class tomorrow, then we'll revise this once again. I will give you some more questions. We'll solve some 6 to 7 more questions on the same concept, and we'll see. Okay. If I'll use minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2 and minus 3 is what? Minus 5. Greatest integer of minus 5 is minus 5. So we cannot use minus 2, bache. Somebody asked, Manojit, understood? So minus 2 cannot be used. Okay. So just take the snapshot of this thing. If we have class tomorrow, I will again explain. We'll solve some more questions. Last time. Bache, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we have a class tomorrow or not. I'm not been given the timetable. Yes. So just check. They will tell you, bache, arey, hey, Bala Murugan, they will tell you, arey, my God, you guys are so, you need to know everything now. Okay, fine. Then it is good for me. I will enjoy my holiday. नहीं बच्चे अभी हाँ almost completed. Next is trigonometry, so we'll take trigonometry functions separately, है ना? The thing is, this is the beginning where you have started doing some tough things, where you have started thinking, है ना? This is not just your formula maths, है ना बच्चा? If this is not just your formula maths, but if you'll take time, if you'll give it time, if you'll just write it down, whatever I'm writing, if you'll just try to solve it again, whatever you're not getting, 100% you will get. But only if you are studying, if you are sitting and writing something when I'm asking you to write, if you're solving the question. Vikashini, I will solve that also. Don't worry, we will move to squares and all that greatest integer function. But first, we will focus on this. Okay, I will give you some homework question also, guys. I will write the questions at the end. Tenth exam pending. Acha, you still have 10. Okay. Fine. Bunch of. Okay, fine. So just I'm giving you 3 questions. X minus 3 should be less than equals to 5 and greater than equals to minus 2. 2x minus 5 should be greater than equals to 2, and 3x plus 5 should be less than equals to 10. Okay, these are 3 questions. This is first, this is second, and this is third. Okay, fine. These 3 questions we'll discuss in the next class whenever we are having it. Okay, and if you have class tomorrow, they will inform you. Don't worry about it. Hai na? They will inform you through message. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Fine.